Every single one of us has had a moment of inspiration, an idea that hits you like lightning. You think, this could change everything. But let me ask you this, how many of those ideas actually made it out of your head and into the real world? These products, these solutions, didn't start as giant successes. They began as ideas, just like yours. Today, I'll break down what makes an idea successful and how it can become a real product or solution. And don't miss out, later in this episode, I'll share key idea pitfalls to avoid so you can ensure your success. Stick around because this could be just what you need. Let's start with the strength of an idea. Ideas are like seeds. They hold incredible potential, but they need the right environment to grow. The difference between an idea that stays a dream and one that changes the world is action. And before you act, we need to understand the idea's strengths. Ask yourself, does this idea solve a real problem? Who will benefit from it? What makes it different or better than what's already out there? If you can confidently answer these questions, you're already ahead of most people. Great ideas always serve a purpose and solve problems in ways that people didn't even know they needed. Next up, so your idea has potential, now what? It's time to evaluate whether it can become a real solution. Why not think of it as a 3-part checklist? The first one, problem. Does your idea address a real problem? Next up is audience. Is there an audience who needs your solution? And lastly, feasibility. Can you realistically create and sustain it? If your idea doesn't hit all 3 of these, refine it. But don't worry, every successful solution starts with iterations and pivots. But one important note is you need all 3. Even the most successful founders didn't get it right the first time. Sarah Blakely had no fashion experience when she created Spanx, but she solved a real problem and found an audience who needed it. Next up, let's look at a few examples of ideas that evolved into world-changing solutions. Take Starbucks. Howard Schultz didn't invent coffee shops, but he saw a gap. Coffee wasn't just a drink, it could be an experience. Schultz reimagined the coffee culture, and that vision became a multi-billion-dollar global empire. Or think about Uber. The idea of hailing a car wasn't new, but Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp solved the real problem, convenience. They paired it with technology and transformed transportation with an app-based platform. And let's not forget about Airbnb. Brian Chesky and fellow co-founder Joe Gebbia were struggling to pay rent. Their idea was to rent out an air mattress to conference attendees. That simple solution grew into a $70 billion company, disrupting forever the hospitality industry. So what's stopping you? You don't need a perfect idea to start. You just need a real problem, a real audience, and the courage to take that first step. If you're waiting for your idea to be ready, you'll wait forever. If you're afraid of failure, remember this, failure is feedback and we'll all go through it. It's a stepping stone to getting it right. And if you think someone else will do it better, think again. The world is waiting for your unique perspective. But just as important as building a great idea is avoiding common pitfalls that can derail you even before you start. So let's talk about 3 idea flaws you need to steer clear of. First up, the me-only idea. This is an idea you come up with because it sounds cool to you. But if no one else sees the value, it's a non-starter. Always make sure there's an audience who truly needs your solution. The next one is a reminder, overcomplicating the solution. Don't fall into the trap of thinking more features equal better results. People crave simplicity. Look at Slack, it focused on one thing, team communication, and it crushed it. And lastly, a bit of an homage to ignoring feedback. Even if you love your idea, it doesn't mean it's perfect. No one can be. Listen to your audience. Feedback is the fastest way to refine your solution and make it something that people can't live without. By avoiding these flaws, you're setting your idea up for success. Stay focused, keep it simple, and stay connected to your audience. Every successful founder started where you are, an idea, a dream, a decision to make it happen. Don't let your idea sit on the shelf. Take the first step today, and you might just create something that changes the world. And you're not alone. I've left many ideas on the shelf, procrastinated, overanalyzed. Sometimes we just have to get out there and get going. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.